Hey everybody, welcome to Lisa's Art Room. Today we're going to be working some more on my Wild and Muted junk journal. Y'all come in and say hi. Let me know you're here. We're currently live on Facebook if you see the little red button at the top left. If not, you catch a replay either here or over on YouTube. I'm going to get a sound check and get you guys pulled up so I can see chat. See if I can check the sound. Okay, I think it's okay. All right, so we are working on this journal. I don't have a plan. It's whatever happens. I don't know. I'll make something. Hey, Lori. But that's what we're going to do tonight. I just have so many projects going on at the same time. It's hard to plan things. So let's see. I'm guessing I'll do a tag pocket kind of thing on one of the pages. We'll just look through the ephemera that I have and see what there is. It's too much glare. It's like everything reflects in these glasses, and I don't typically wear glasses. I only wear them for close-up. But it's like drives me crazy. Anyway, so let's see. We got one person on. Sound, I believe, is okay. So I will go ahead and pull the camera up top. So while I pull the camera up top, I'm going to flip it around and I'm going to show you the little K-cat. He's over here sleeping. I'm hoping he stays asleep. If he wakes up, he's going to be a pain. Let's see if I can show y'all. Hold on one second. I got to flip it, so. See him? Focus. Focus on the kitty. There he is. He's asleep on my bed. He's like, are you talking about me? Oh my goodness. Trying to move too fast. All right. Let's see if I can get it in there. We're focused and straight. Now it's really crooked. There. I think it's straight. Okay. All right, let's see. What do we got? Let me look at some of this paper. Let's see what I have left. Thinking about possibly doing a coffee filtered doily pocket or something. Let's see what's in here. All right, backgrounds, more backgrounds. Little birdie, he's cute. Footprints. This could make a cute tag. This could just be maybe, I don't know, I have to put it sideways because it's too wide for a page. Not sure what I'll do with that. I could possibly break it up and paste it. That might be the only option. There's no tags in this. Did I already cut them all out? I must have cut them out. I don't know what that's doing in there. All right, let's see. Where did I cut stuff out at? Probably in here. We got some little bitty fussy cats, some of which are not cut out. Flowers, we don't need those. This is 49 Market. Need that. We got these fussy cats. I know there's some little tags. Little tags like that. Little teeny ones in here. It's on one of the doily ones, maybe. I'm trying to think of things I haven't done in a while. Maybe we'll look through my inspiration book and see if there's something y'all want me to do. He does look very cozy, doesn't he, Laurie? He's like, he loves laying over there on my pillows. He usually rests his head up on the pillow. Thinks he's a person or something. I don't know. Let's see. Cute little typewriter. Little bookmark looking thing. Tags. This one has all the tags. So we got little tags and bigger tags. So we got little tags. And then this should really be in the fussy cuts. It's like I'm not super organized right now. I think I might have had the small and the big one kind of mixed up, or separated, but I think I'm just going to throw all the fussy cuts in one. So it gets a little too much to keep them separate. Tags. I think that's a small. Goes there. Fussy cut. Fussy cut. Picture, cute little moon, people. So a decent amount of tags still to put in places. I don't know what to consider that. What is this? Oops, I dropped it. I don't know what it is. It's on the floor now. Words in there. Birdie. So I did some fussy cutting. Decent amount. Be careful when you put them in there, they'll get bent. I try to keep usually one of the bigger ones in the front of these envelopes, because what happens is this little thing here, when you tuck it, if there's a small one there, it'll snag it and bend it. All right, so here's our bigger tags. These are more like journaling card size. Those. All right. See her sitting on something interesting. That could be fun. Either on a page or on. She's sitting on the books on this one, but I was thinking about trying to sit her on something else. Tiny brush. All right. So that's what we have. And then what did I say I was doing? I was going to look through the inspiration thing. Okay, let me do that. Okay, I was going to put these in a little better organized. We'll keep her out. I might do something with her. I might put those there. So, and then the same thing with the small one. I probably have mostly the, I would guess I have the background pages left. If I can find the right side. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay. And a lot of words. Big ones too. Big words, little words. I like this bird too. Okay, I like it all. That's the problem. I like it all. It makes it more challenging. Okay, inspiration book. Where are you? Let's see. What do we got? Let's see. This paper wheel. Don't really want to do that. We have this little house. I thought about trying to do one of these. There's a 49 dragonflies thing I did a while back. It does require sewing though, which would mean grabbing the sewing machine. You don't have to sew it. You can just make little marks. There's a flippy floppy thing. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I have enough little pieces for this one. What is this? A page fold out. So this is this. These are the little doily pockets you can do, or a mixture. I saw some on Kathy. What does it say? Kathy's Garden, I'm pretty sure. I don't see it on here, but I know it was Kathy's Garden. And then I kind of changed mine up a little bit with the doily, but then I saw she did it too the other day, and I was like, oh, okay. And she may have done it before, and I just didn't know. But you know what? We all get the same ideas. There's only so many ideas. So sooner or later, you're going to do something somebody else has done. What is that? I don't know what that is. Oh, it's an over the page thing. Over the page flip. Not bad. Specimen card. That's a lunch bag. It's a little more complicated than I want to do. That's more complicated. And this is just a typical flip down. I don't know if I want to do that. I'd have to find at least 4 things. That's that hidden pocket fold out thing that opens up. You decorate the bag and then you put stuff in it. Basically, it's just the bottom of a bag and it just opens up into a pocket. And most of y'all have seen me do all these things. That's something particular. The zine we don't want to do. No. That's one of those, you just fold it and piece of paper and it turns out like that with several pockets. This one's pretty complicated. This isn't super complicated. It's good if you have small tags. Honestly, I don't think there's any that direction. They're all vertical. It works better with horizontal. And they're pretty wide. I can only do like 2 if I did that. I don't think that's going to be an option for this. Fabric. We did something similar to this last week. The belly band with the pocket. That was my version of that project. Well, they're both my version, but I changed it up a little bit. Where is it? Was it in a different one? I don't know. I don't know what it was. Maybe this one. There it is. So just slightly different, a little bit wider. Still the same kind of thing, pocket and belly band. So I already did that. So we don't need to do another one of those probably. What do you think? Y'all see anything you want me to do? It's a frame. It's one of those circle surprise belly band pocket thing. Could possibly do that. It would require die cutting. Zipper page. I don't think I have a zipper right now. I have to go to Hobby Lobby and buy some more. That's another flip over. Some sort of mini album. That's a fold out. I'm not doing that. That's really complicated. It's cool, but it's complicated. But you have to open each little bitty one. That. You hide stuff in it. That was from Natasha at Treasure Books. It was cute though. All right, so of that stuff, I don't know where this was. Of that, did you see anything that you want me to do? This was that over the page flip. Where is it? I don't know. I'll find it later. Anything you want me to do? Just a coffee filter pocket or just a regular pocket and tag? I can just do regular pocket and tag too. Just stick that back in there. I'll figure out where it was later. Any thoughts? Nobody's talking yet. All right. I have coffee filters and doilies sitting here. A couple different sizes. I wouldn't be able to sew on it. That's the only thing, because my sewing machine is too hard to get out right now. So I'd have to do a non-sew version. So many things require sewing. Let's see, what is this paper? I want to use this. I just don't know if the colors are going to work. I had some Velcro. They're like for wrapping tomato plants outside, but it's little Velcro strips. I need to find them. They're easier to put things like this up with. Let me look at something with colors. I have to grab one of their main pages so I can see colors. Too much stuff. See if I see a color on here that I could possibly use for something. They're thin, so they're good for covering papers, like the backgrounds and stuff. Too much pink pie. This got some orange. It's not too bad. They're all different. There are, which I thought was very surprising when I got it. Pinks. Pretty little sunflowers. And they're kind of organized in themes. Like there's ferns and there's fruits and vegetables, trees, etc., etc. Pretty birdie. Kind of looks like a little house finch. That is a funny looking owl. I'm sure most of this is AI. I don't know. Seems like everything is. If it is, it's not horrible AI. There's not like, you know, a bunch of obvious 5 fingers and, or not 5, 6 fingers and, you know, 20 toes kind of stuff going on. That's not too bad. The birdies. What do you think? Any thoughts? And there's mushrooms, lots of mushrooms. And then animals. So, beaver, I think. It's either a beaver, it's a beaver, right? Not an otter. I can't tell because I can't see his tail. Beavers and otters look very similar except the tail. Oh my goodness, just open. Bear. I still can't see a tail. Cute little raccoon. Deer. A raccoon. A fox. I mean, I think most of these colors will work. This deer's pretty. Those colors are rather compatible. The little bird that's kind of floating above his head is weird, but I could cut it out or something. It's literally just kind of floating in midair, but not flying. Definitely AI. And then trees. I don't know. What do you think? I like the deer, but I don't like the floaty bird. hedgehog. This hedgehog looks pretty real. I think he's AI. You know, the bunny rabbit's obviously not. The bear looks relatively real. Even these parrots. You can't tell. So much stuff I can't tell anymore. Okay, nobody's really saying anything, so let's see. Let's look at what page I want to work on. Go from there. Let's pick a page. The pharmacy envelope. We have a really light blue page. Let's find something to do on that. A green page. That's a bright green. Why it's so bright? Anything that matches that. I don't know if there is anything that matches that. I colored this in a little bit. I didn't finish it, but I did color it some. So when I switched out, some of it's still not colored, but I'll finish it up sooner or later. I think I'm just going to do a pocket. I'm trying to pick a color. I like that green. Let's see. What do these colors look like with this? Have to be that one. Have a small one. Maybe this combination. It's not bad. I think it would be okay on the green. I don't know if it's going to clash. If it does clash, I could switch the green with possibly something else, but the green fits there pretty good. All right, maybe. What if I put, stay flat, one of these papers in there as a background? Have something that would match that. Let's see. Maybe not too busy. Let's see if I can figure out a way to do this. It's not really cooperating. It's wanting to bend too much. Stay there. There, stay right there. I don't know if y'all can see. Move that sideways. Move that up. Okay. This is a lot of paper. It's like 100 sheets or more. Maybe more than that. I'll take half. It's easier to hold. Okay, let's see. We're going to see if we can find something that looks good with that. It doesn't have to be perfect or nothing, but compatible. That's not bad. Maybe. Not as good. Okay, so far I'm liking that. Don't bend your doily up. Trying to hold it to where I can see most of them. It wants to do it the other way. Okay. Birdie. I'm liking that one. Doves are terrible. Mushrooms. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that. Let's take that and this. It's got similar flowers. I don't know what you call them. Shouldn't a flower game? It's, you have to like, I don't know, find match flowers or something. But it tells me all the names of the flowers, which are, you know, lots of them. Okay, so we have that. So I could do something with this, something with this. Is this green gonna work? Let's see. I'm thinking if I just cover this page mostly with this, I can kind of get rid of some of that green. Is this a center? It is a center. Okay. So I'll just tear it out a little so I can kind of settle that green down. It's a little bright. Stay. And then somehow put a pocket. Maybe I won't do the dolly pocket. Maybe I will. I don't know. There we go. Just have to fold it up. Which I can't remember how you fold it, but I think I know. Something like this. And then the two ends. I'm not going to do it right now. And then how I can do this and still see some of that flower. I just put it on the edge there. Oh, it's not really working, is it? Alright, let's find something else to use for a pocket. How about... Oh, let's check this box. What about this one? On the other side of this, that's the cover. Maybe. So like a corner. Might could do that. Let me look at something else. Let me see if there's a small one. No. Where is my small paper? No. I was trying to get one of the orange ones in there, but it's not, the direction isn't really working unless I just cut it from the middle, which I could do. There's no real blues or anything on there. I think the whites and the oranges would work okay. There's a butterfly one on here. What does this look like? No. I know, sorry, there's a lot of planning. It's hard when I'm not prepared. I'm just taking this apart because it's too hard to work with. I could do a tuck. Maybe. Oh, no, it's not really blending good. Did I pick one out that's just not going to blend good? Probably. Butterfly. Kitty cat, a window. Brown. I don't hate the brown. I guess there's not as much orange in there as I thought there was. I don't even see anything with that green. Why did I pick that green? I really don't know, because I just don't see anything with that green. Okay, other options. I don't have a lot printed out from my digitals right now. Me and the printer have been fighting lately. I was trying to print heavy cardstock, and it does not like me to print heavy cardstock at all. I like that better. That better. I like them both. Maybe. And then just put a small pocket. Long ways. Is it too much with that? Maybe this is just too much. And that's making it too difficult for me to decide because it's too much. It's a lot of color. I might have to go through my stuff and find something that's really going to work there. It seems like everything's feeling a little overpowering. This real quick. That color's good with that, isn't it? Could do this somehow, and then something for a tag. Pretty. Oh, let me look at the Stamperia ones and see if there's a good one. I only have a few big tags. The other one's a girl, maybe? Oh, yeah. Let's take care of this girl. Adventure awaits. Maybe. Or one of these. These are cardstock. All right, we'll maybe do one of those. Let me just put this somewhere. We'll start with this because I think it's better than the other page. With the flowers, I think we're just throwing me off. We'll do something with it at some point, but it's going to require more planning on my end to make it look good. That's what I'm thinking. Let's get all this out of the way. Can always do the doily pocket later when I make a plan. I do like my doily pockets. Alright, let's do this page. I think this color works. Alright, so we're going to put this over here just to make it prettier. So let's just take this section out. I can work with it. Really is just Not going to cooperate, is it? Where's my weights? Alright, so let's tear this out first. Size-wise, it's about the whole page. Now I gotta move this because I need to that there. Tear this out. Sorry, this is unorganized tonight. I'm sorry, I apologize. I'm just not organized tonight. Sometimes that happens. Just bear with me. That. Is that the right side? Let me double check. Not that I couldn't turn it at this point because it is not done. Yeah, that's the right side. So this side. Here. Can't see that. Can't see that at all. That's fine. And what's this side? Put this on, we're gonna ink it. Now, on days like today, y'all get to see my thought process. It says walnut. I don't want walnut. I thought I had a distress one. I guess I've probably been using it for distressing or vintage photo. Probably. I felt like it fell off of there. It's kind of on the rough side. Yeah, I don't like it. I'll grab the other one. Is this one better? I need all new daubers. All my daubers are a little on the rough side. I've got some, I just gotta pull them out. I try to get as much out of them as I can so I don't have to go buy more. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to color the edge of this a little bit. Give it a little bit of a vignette. Just a bit. I think I like it light. I thought about inking it, but honestly, this is such a lighter journal. I think I won't. Glue. I think I will use a combination of stick glue and this Barely Art. If I can find my stick glue. I'd have to grab a new one. I was using it yesterday, and that means there's no telling where it is. Yeah. Is it where it's supposed to be? No. Why would it be where it's supposed to be? That would require me putting stuff back. bought these off the Tombow site. Got quite a few of them. They were a little bit cheaper than getting them at Michael's. Alright, so I'll put this, I think I'll just put the glue on the page. I don't want to do the whole thing with the Bearly Arts. I'm just going to put this in the middle. It's such a big page. And then I'll put this on the edge. Hold it down. Probably should have done that first. Actually, the stick glue will probably stay wet longer than this. This stays wet a little longer than the art glitter. Kind of sort of straight. All right, that seems good. And then that'll be like that. Where'd that paper go? Something there. What should I put there? Let's see. Words. Could just put words. Got some rub-ons. Any of these work? I don't know if they work. Hold on. Looks like it did. Maybe. I'm gonna use these. I got these in that mystery box that I did last year sometime. I don't remember when it was. I don't know if I've ever used their rub-ons. I don't think I have. Alright, I'm leaning toward this blue one with the butterfly. I think that's about the right size. Let's see. Scissors, where are you hiding? Let's see here, this one. It's got like splashes of color, but I'm not sure which ones it goes to. I think it goes with the butterfly. Hard to tell. It's hard to say which way it goes. We're going to go around this way. like I don't want to cover it up too much, so thinking about how I can put this and not cover it up all the way. It's really pretty right there. I could do a tuck. Possibly. Or I could just make it kind of shaped to where this will still show. It's kind of close to the edge there. What do you think? Side tuck or shaped on the bottom? Oh, don't know. What pocket did we want to use? Either the kitty or possibly that one I have to cut out, which was, could be honestly any of those. None of them are bad. All right, let's just put this on and we'll figure it out. I could do it like a vellum pocket maybe. If I do a vellum pocket, I wouldn't cover up as much. But then I wouldn't be able to use that, but it doesn't mean I can't use it somewhere else. It seems like everything's changing from second to second here. But I think I'll just put it on the edge. Ooh, it really blends in. More than I thought it would. Try to get this straight. Kind of sort of straight on my grid. Maybe about there. That blue blends in a lot. Do I like their little transfer stick? I don't know. Maybe. Could try it. I'm rubbing stuff because I have sleeves today. It was cold. I'll put my super warm hoodie on that I got from Academy. It was on sale. I was like, you know what? That looks nice and warm. And it is. This is so much thicker than the one I'd been wearing. It was the same material, this waffle stuff, but it was real thin. This one's nice and thick. It's that, was it Magellan? Something like that. Whatever the Academy brand is, I guess. I don't know what it is. Something like that. The same thing, it's a sleeping bag I bought. I don't know if I like this. It's hurting my hand too much. Find something different to use. I like my wooden stick, guys. I keep going back to my wooden stick. It's really the only one I have that doesn't cramp my hand up so bad. All right, I think it's starting to release. Let's see, how bad is it? Come on, little butterfly. Release. The little bubbles don't want to. Come on. Just not going to stick, are you? You had it. Good enough. It's pretty. Okie doke. So I could do side pocket. If I do a side pocket, what do I have that would fit in there well? They seem a little small for a side pocket. That's the only thing I'm thinking, because they seem a little small. I'm leaning, maybe a vellum would be the best bet. Unless I make a different kind of card. Turn this into a journaling card. Puts the bird on the wrong side, but I guess you would see them after. Possibly. That's a kitty. This has a notebook. I did this. Could have that sticking out. Maybe. I'm trying to see what part I would use. I don't know if I like where that's going to cut. There's so many things you got to think about. It's like, where is it going to cut? Where is it going to, you know, how will it look when it cuts? Don't know if the moon fits this scene. Not particularly. More butterflies. And butterflies. I did the journaling card out of that. I can't do the whole length, it's too big. So I'd still lose all that stuff. It's too much to lose. Do one maybe like that. This could cut here for something. Go just above the bunny, and then I could use him somewhere. I could do that. It's not as pretty as some of the others. Okay. I had one more. Let me see what this one is. Oh, it's the typewriter. Oh, it's the typewriter. Don't want that. Where's my big papers? Let's see if any of them cut out better before I decide on that. Those are small, small. I just set these down there, and I picked them right back up. The artist cup doesn't really work for me. And then we have a bigger version of this. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna, I think, either the bird and just lose that part of it, and you'll see the bird when it's pulled out, or the, what was it? The flowers, which is very similar to the other thing. So vellum pocket or tuck pocket. I feel like I need to tear this so I can see what it's going to look like. Here, what if I put it behind? Get a good idea what it's going to look like. If I do this. So it would be something like that. And then whatever goes in there would have to be pretty small. Have to be there to there. It's a possibility. But like I said, the bird's going to hide, so you're not getting to see that. This one would be mostly flowers. So I got to cut the little bunny out of it. I don't have to, but it's too big with it, so. All right, I don't know. I'm leaning toward the flowers, I guess. So I think these are too small. They'll just fall out. If it's too small, it'll just fall out. It'll drive you crazy. Or I do vellum on the bottom, but then I lose all that. If I do the vellum, you can kind of see through it. It's not one. The right one. I could do vellum like this, and then I could use one of these. And then maybe decorate it a little bit. What do y'all think? Vellum with the flowers. Any thoughts? Side pocket with flowers, vellum on the bottom. Could even be vellum on the side. Either way, really. Could also be that way. Either way, I'll put something in the vellum. I don't know what. Something. Then, if I did it sideways, you wouldn't lose the bird. Like, if I use the bird, you'd still see them. And you'd see that. And of course, if I did it on the bottom, I kind of like it on the side. Let's do the vellum on the side. What do you think? I gotta figure out where to cut this, but I'll figure it out. Okay, vellum on the side. What do you think? Nobody's talking to me today. I'll like it when I make the decisions, I think. All right, let's see. Well, let's get the vellum on so I can see how big this can be. So the vellum is about the right size that way. And I'm going to put it about here, I think. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe about there. And then cut it there. Find a pencil. Maybe a chalk pencil. Cut it there. This is heavyweight vellum. I got it off Amazon. It's in my favorites list. I think it cuts with my cutter. Maybe. I'll try a little test before I go ripping it. Not too bad. We'll go with it. Let's go this way. I've been using this cutter a lot, so I would not be surprised if the blade's getting dull. Lots of cutting right now. I've been making little cardboard buildings for my train set. Okay, where did I put that? Oh, there it is. So let's try the Barely Arts glue. I saw it glued that pretty good. Seemed to not show too much. And it didn't warp it from the best I could tell. I will put, I think I'll put a notch. I'm debating on a notch or just some trim of some sort. What do we got for trim? Would trim even look good on that? I don't know, maybe. Let's see. What do I got? Flowers, got some greens, plaids. Nope, not that color. Not a lot of whites in there. What is all my trim? This green? I don't know if this green is a good choice. It's not terrible. I've never tried to glue this to vellum. It might work. It might not. Light and dark. But I'm trying to do pastel, so I probably should do the light. And now I've got cream. Make that light green. It's probably best. I don't know what the birdie will look like behind there, but probably fine. I think the green. I think the green. Maybe. Get this back in my box. Right. Let's cut a piece. Is that front back? Not really. Somewhere about here. Okay. I think that'll work. I hope it'll glue to it. Should I try it first? I probably should, because I have no idea. It could bleed awfully and look horrible. So let's do a little test. We'll just do a little test. Then we'll be safe and not run into issues. So let's just take a little bit. Let's see how it looks. So I want to be able to use this. Alright, so we'll just put a little bit of this on there. Supposedly does not warp horribly, but I don't know about bleed through. Let's see. How does that look? Seems okay. It's not bad. I know it'll stick. I'm not worried about sticking. Well, I should be. Did it say? I assume this works on fabric. Yeah, some of you probably know more than me because I haven't tried this glue, so I'm new to it. A little bit new to it. All right, I think that'll fit. Yeah. So we're going to glue 3 edges. I'll try to do a relatively thin line, you know, so it doesn't look bad. Because it's gonna show. There's no way around that. It's definitely gonna show a little. Okay. But if I put it nice and straight, it won't be any worse than using double stick tape. If we can get it on there. What's the best way to hold this and not touch the glue? I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, or the center, rather. Right, so. Okay, let me get something under there because I know it's going to ooze on me. I'm going to ooze it out onto the table. Let's see how well this holds. I did a test with it somewhere, and it seemed like it was holding pretty good. So I don't know how long it takes, if it's quick like art glitter or not. That's the question. All right, let's figure out where to cut this. So we've got that much room there. I can get rid of some of that. Do I want to keep the imagination part? Probably. All right, so if I keep the imagination part, I only have to lose a little bit of that, it looks like. I think. You won't be able to read it through the ribbon once I put that on, but, you know, it'll still be there. Let's see how this is holding. Pretty good. Strong. All right, let's cut this. Hopefully without ripping it. I need to change this blade. We're just going to lose most of that flower on the top. Maybe I'll use it for a trim somewhere. And then, honestly, that might be enough. I'm going to take a tiny bit off just so it fits in easier, but it's almost enough. And then figure out length, width rather. So about, just grab a pencil. About here. Good size for a bookmark or something. And I think I'll round the corners just because I like to. And let's glue on that ribbon. I need to put something on this pen. I'm going to stick myself with it, lose it. All right. Let's glue this on. I think we'll glue the vellum. See how wide that is. Try to make a light mark, assuming it didn't move. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to come all the way to the edge in case it oozes. back in before it dries out on me. And our card. Where's my ink? Ink it a little bit. Quit dropping things. I don't know if you saw, I posted a bunch of pictures of the train stuff for those who are interested, following my progress on it. So I'm not doing lives with that. That would just be a little too much for me to handle. But I'll post progress pictures and an occasional video maybe. I did one video, I just have to download it. Videos take forever to download when they're not lives. When they're lives, they don't take as long, but to the YouTube, but when they're not, it takes me like hours. It's crazy. What do you think? Is that cute? Does it need anything else? So, little journaling card, butterfly, birdie. It's not too bad. I think it's okay, right? Y'all like it? I possibly put something in the corner, but it probably doesn't need it. All right, let's find the rest of this. I don't know where this goes. I have no idea. I think it goes here, maybe. And then this goes somewhere. I'm so confused. That's the center. Was this a whole other? No, because this was with this. Maybe this was a whole other one. It's got to be, it's the top, right? Let me figure this out. Because I know that ain't the bottom. So, and this goes somehow. Like this. And then this. I can figure it out. All right, let's see. Let's see if it looks right. Yeah. Okay. Got it. All right, so that's cute. So, what time is it? 10:15. What else can I do? Something else. Let's see. I want to use that girl somewhere. I don't want to do the envelope because that's going to take a long time. Let's look at the other ones. Where'd you put them? Is this the middle? I think that's the middle. How about green, pink, something that might go with that material that I was looking at, that paper. Where'd it go? I buried it. Alright, if I did the girl, let's think about this. What could I set her on? I have some 49 Market digitals, or not digitals, laser cutout thingies, die cuts. Let's look at this. All right, so if I take that, no. All right, where are they? Nature ephemera. let's just pull this because that's not going to work either. All right, girl, get over here. I don't bend you up. Let's see. What do we got? Laser cuts. Let's see if I had anything that she could sit on. Which colors? This is like greens, sage. Viken's a little bright. What do we got in here? Anything? Possibly sit her on the edge of a jar. I was thinking a mushroom or something. You had a big enough one? She's so fragile. They snag on each other every time. Ferns. Do like her there. Colors aren't bad, but this tree. She's a little big for the tree. Yeah, too big. Wheelbarrow. I don't know that it quite fits right. Maybe. Scary, but what about that wheelbarrow? Does that seem like it would make sense? Maybe. It's kind of small. I could do the jar, or I could do the wheelbarrow. I think the tree, it doesn't work. The jar would, it's a fussy cup, that's okay. I don't know what else I'll do, but something. So get this little barrel out without ripping it. Come on. Thinking I can fit her in there. Might have to do a little cutting, but how does that sit? Trying to see how it would be sitting. The angle. I don't know, maybe. I know. I'm trying to piece stuff and, you know, it doesn't always work. I like these ferns. I kind of like this one. It's very fragile. So I can get it out. I like the color though. The trick is getting them to release without tearing. Totally see this on this page, like hanging down or something. That could be really pretty. I also like these tags. Maybe somewhere else. I like this. And I'm trying to figure out a way to make it more functional, so I can put a card in it. What card would I put in it? I could put just a bookmark style card, or what else do I have here? Nope, wrong colors. Greens, browns, what's another greens? No, don't like those. I like kind of just the plain's not bad. That little plain one. I know we've got other options. We've got big cards, little cards. Too big. There's a bookmark in here. Where's it? It's a bookmark card. Kitty cat. I don't know if that fits though. I don't feel like it does. I'm leaning toward this and just do a plainer bookmark with some decoration on it. I think that's my thought process on that one. And then maybe we could put a pocket here using something. Might just cut out a little piece of something. One of those. Not the jar. I don't think the jar. It's cute, but it feels more on the fairy-ish side, like, you know, for putting with fairies. No. Should she be looking at a creature? Let's see if I need a little critter or something. I don't know if I have any little critters left. Other than butterflies. I've used a lot of them. Leave that out. I might use it. I guess I used them all. Now to get it back in there. I don't think any of these have good colors for this. Let's go with that. And let's see. There's a little bunny I could cut out. Guess I could cut the bunny out. Maybe there's a fussy cut, I just don't remember. I'm trying to find something green, guys. Okay, maybe I should just get her on here first. I gotta figure out how to cut her dress, but I'll figure it out. Find the fold. There's not a lot of room there. There's a little. Enough for that one bookmark, I think. If I do a small, narrow bookmark. It should be feasible. I was thinking I could take possibly 2 of these, but the thing is, it's just not the right width. I think I'm rather have something solid. All right, where's my little fussy cuts, guys? Where did they go? Fussy cuts, where are you? Here you are. What do we got? We have a plant, big bird. We don't want a big bird. We want something small. No idea if there's something small enough in here. What's that? Book. Is there a fussy kitty? Kitty cat? Does he look too big? She's going to be on the wagon. Wheelbarrow. She's on the wheelbarrow. Yeah, he's too big. In that case, I may not have anything else. Put this moon. I don't know if it's necessary, but it's cute. Nothing else small. There's the bunny. He's still a little big, proportion-wise. Butterfly. All right. I think. All right, let me cut something for a pocket for that bookmark. We're just going to use that. Maybe I could put this on it. Let me see. What would this look like on it? I just did it long. It seems like a waste of tags, like tickets. A waste of too many. This is a plant. Like the little plant. Let me do that. Imagination. I'm looking at words. Imagination. Just seems like it should be more like discover, maybe, or something. I don't know how many words are in here. Memories. Maybe. Another imagination. Is that my only words? Beautiful. fits. Free spirit. Yeah, free spirit. I think that's the only ones that are small. There's a lot of little teeny things to go through. Not dreams. The color's not good. Alright, let me find a piece of paper for the pocket, and then I think I'll put that plan on there, and one of those words, maybe two. I'll grab the whole thing of words just somewhere floating around here. If I can get these back in here. I have all kinds of things on the floor. I keep dropping them. Alright, where's the words? Are they on the floor? Nope. I'm trying to get something with I can use right here for that bookmark. And it doesn't have to be super big, but I would like it to be the right color. Choose joy. A lot of these have words, so I gotta kind of figure it out. I didn't realize there's so many words in this stuff. You don't really see it, I think, when you buy them. I want something that'll blend good. Really wasn't going to use more vellum, so. Where on earth is my little sheet of words? Did I lose it? Nope, there it is. Okay. Stay wild at heart. Possibly. Aim for the sky. Dream, stay curious. Breathe deeply. Grow wild and free. Is it too big? Let's see. Not sure if it's too big for that. Let's see real quick. It's too big for that. But I could put it up there. Free spirit, beautiful. Adventure awaits, embrace the journey. Unique, curious, discover. Kind of like breathe deeply. Does that fit? That's how I feel when I'm out in nature. I could make it fit. Maybe. It might blend, it honestly blends in a lot. Peace comes within, never stop looking up, be your sunshine, aim for the sky. My story, craft, use your imagination to the moon, imagination, shine bright. Stay wild at heart. They're all big. Oh, maybe I'll use one of those. I like the breathe deeply, but I don't know if it fits. Okay, color-wise, I'm leaning toward maybe that. I'll try a little more green. I'll get a little more green in there. Put that in there. I like that little tree. I'm going to cut this up, I think. Let's see. I'm going to run out of time. It's taking too long. Decision making. Hard. I think I'll try tearing it. Thinking I can just use this little section here. I like the colors. I think it'll work okay on that page. But I'm going to probably have to just tear it out of here. And we'll just use that chalk pencil, that's fine. So if I make it, how deep? Not super deep. Maybe about this much. I don't want that brown. So maybe about just a little tiny pocket. I know, I'm taking this out of the middle of the page. That's what I'm going to do. I wanted to tear it, but I don't think I can, so we're just going to cut it. And I'll even it up in a second. I just want to make sure it'll fit. Could always make the bookmark smaller, I guess. Alright, let's see if we can straighten this out. That's where it's supposed to be, guys. Where are you? Are you over here? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nothing is where it's supposed to be. Well, I don't have a single blade sitting here. Oh, there's one. It's like, where are they all? They're all with all my cardboard stuff I've been cutting. Alright, there's one. Totally missed that edge. Okay, that's pretty straight. Alright. I gotta do that side again. I totally didn't get it. I don't know what I did. That's horrible. I guess I didn't have the ruler far enough over. Try it again. Better. This is a weird way to do it, but I think it'll work. get in that section. Try to get some of this off. Now I gotta figure out where to cut it. I don't know where I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna have to ink the others. They're not that bad. Let's see. So I'm gonna have her sit in there. So I think I want it to cut this right at that edge, so that she just fits up. I think the dress can overlap there, maybe. So it looks like she's in there. Maybe about here. So I cut it out. Yeah. Out there. Make it look like it goes inside. Let's see where it fits on the page first. I'm not going to put it all the way on the bottom to make it, I'm not making it perfectly level, so it doesn't make sense to me. I could just, you know what? Pull her legs over the front. See if that works. So like this. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Let's see if we can tap a little glue in there first. It's just barely in there, but just a little bit. Get to hold while I'm moving it. Okay. And this, let's make sure our bookmark fits. I think I can do that. Okay, we're going to fit that there. I'm going to put it under in case she goes over it just a little bit. So it's a very good possibility it might. Put this as close to the edge as I can. Right on the edge. Right on this edge. Hopefully it won't interfere with anything later. Rounder, where are you at? I just had you. There you are. We're going to round it. And put that little pot on it. I have no idea if this is straight. I assume it is. I got 10 minutes. Can you do this in 10 minutes? It's going to be in the pocket, but you'll see it when you take it out. Yeah, I don't want it there. I think it's just going to let you see it when it comes out. Where's my tweezers? Trying to get all the way to the edges on here so it doesn't snag. Good job. It's going in the pocket later. Get in there. Down good? Alright, I think it's down good. So that's gonna go It's not cooperating. There. And then I think the word will be beautiful. Maybe breathe deeply, breathe deeply. Grow wild and free. Free spirit. It's too many words. Just gonna put this on. Oh, that's beautiful. Maybe not. Okay, breathe deeply. What do you think? Grow wild and free, free spirit. Maybe free spirit. Maybe just something like a picture. All right, let's see if we can get her on here. So we gotta see where she hits, because I knew she was gonna come over that a little bit. So I think there. Don't really need to glue all this down inside, but I'll put a little in there. Just trying to keep an eye on that center because we don't want to squish it later. Make sure she's sitting kind of straight. Okay. Her foot's hanging off just slightly, not too much. I think it'll be okay. All right, and there was a little tiny pot or something I saw. What was it? Where did it go? I don't know. I saw something. I was thinking something I could put right there. Make sure it stays down. What was it? This guy? There's already a pot inside. It's like, I like the kitty, but I feel like it's too big. There was one that's slightly smaller than that, maybe? I think it's too big. And the bunny's so big too. That was the plan, is to have a critter, but it's not cooperating. Sometimes that happens. I'm half tempted to cut that cat out, but he's looking the wrong way on this one. It's not logical. There's that little pot. Also looking the wrong way. You gotta think about those things, you know, which way are they looking and things like that. The bunny's just it's like a giant bunny. I don't know, I could cut the kitty cat out. He's about the right size there, although he's still kind of big. Still big kitty. Be like a Maine Coon or something, I guess. Giant kitty. Maybe we'll just put the little pot. We're not winning with these giant critters. It's just not working. I want it to, but it's not. But we'll do that little pot there, just so there's something there. No idea what that was. Is this a leg? What is that? Oh, it was her shirt. Her bottom of her dress. I was like, what did I lose? Nothing. I didn't lose anything. Okay, let's see if we can do this. This one's gonna be tedious. All these little parts. They're too fragile to really do it any other way. You just kind of gotta catch as much of it as you can. That is totally bent. Get back over there. Cat's still sleeping. I think he's dreaming. Okay, that should be enough. Let's see if I can hold on to it, not drop it. Except for this. It's gonna go kind of hanging down at the top of the page here. That. That's pretty. And then it goes like that. Anything there? Could put the butterfly, I guess. He just seems kind of lost there. There was a hanging plant, but I don't know if it's the right size. I keep getting these out and putting them back. I might as well just leave them out. Jeez. I saw a hanging plant. Y'all saw that hanging plant. All right. There's a little birdie, but he's kind of too big. It wouldn't make sense. The hanging plant, I could hang it from that sign. If I can find it. It's here somewhere. There it is. I see it. There. I can hang it from that sign there. I didn't cut that out. I guess I could. A little challenging without my X-Acto blade. Do you know where your X-Acto blade is? Maybe? Maybe I did. put them. You're just going to stick this to that word. It'll make sense, like it's hanging from it. Cute. That'll work. I think so. I think that's okay. Thought about throwing the butterfly on there, but I don't know. Seems like too much. Yeah, seems like too much. It's not terrible there. Perhaps a little big, but it's not terrible there. We'll put it. Why not? I'm already past my time. My family's gonna kill me. They want their food. I'm over here creating stuff. I better go feed them. Where's that little potted plant? I didn't get it on there. All right, there. That's cute. There's our little pot. Throw that in the bottom. That's a cute page. Considering it was all kind of not planned. I think it's cute. I haven't put a word on there, but honestly, I think there's enough words. Don't worry about it. This should be fine. Breathe deeply works. I don't know where that mirror is. Protection. That's not happening. Okay. Alrighty. That's it, guys. Let me close this up and see what we got. And ink. Set this aside, set this aside. Okay. There's our page. You like it? I hope you like it. I always worry when I don't have a plan, guys. I know it takes me longer, but, you know, sometimes the journey's fun too, right? So, there we go. We got a little card. Of course, I was totally zoomed out the whole time. Alright, let's see. See? She looks cute in there. And we got a little mark. Cute little bookmark, right? You can write on the back of it, journal. It doesn't have to be a bookmark. And is that all that was in this one? Yeah. So that one, and then the other one is this guy. Okay. So that is our 2 projects for today. I hope you guys enjoyed them. I think they look cute. Alright guys, I will see you guys on Wednesday. Wednesday we are doing the Real Life Miniature Tipsy Bistro thingy. So y'all come join me and we will work on that miniature. Until then, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day and y'all take care. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks, Angela.